Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be showing you a live price action trade example which I took on the NZD-USD currency pair using FXMindTrix Academy's raw price action trading strategy. This trade went on for a couple of days, but instead of simply telling you about it, I'm going to let you watch right over my shoulder as I manage the trade using the raw price action trading strategy's rules and guidelines. Therefore, if you're as ready as I am, let's dive right in, shall we? Let's take a couple of seconds to analyze the price chart which is being displayed on the screen now. If you take a close look at the screen, you'll notice that I'm currently on the daily time frame of the NZD-USD. As you can see, I've already got an open short trading position which is still running on this currency pair. I got into this short trade on the retracement which occurred after the bears pushed price to break below the lowest low of this spike candlestick which got formed about 4 days ago. What I would like to do now is to quickly walk you through the reason why I took this price reversal trading position in the first place and how I was able to manage it following the raw price action trading strategy's rules. But first things first, we're going to be mapping out the most prominent price barriers on the daily time frame of the NZD-USD currency pair. The first price barrier we're going to be mapping out is this prominent resistance zone where price got rejected at about 2 months ago. And since I'm drawing a resistance zone instead of a simple resistance level, I'm going to be using two horizontal lines on this price chart. The first line of this resistance zone is going to be placed right around the body of this prominent spike candlestick, right here. And the second line of this resistance zone is going to go right above the highest high of this spike candlestick, where price got rejected at by the bulls about 2 months ago. The fact that price got rejected by the bulls at this resistance zone after it went on to form this major 7-month high makes it sort of a pretty significant price barrier. And since I've decided to use a mental stop loss order for this short trading position, I'm going to be getting out of this short trade if price moves against it and crosses above the upper horizontal line of this resistance zone, which is currently sitting at the 0.69694 price level. Now, having successfully mapped out the resistance zone on this price chart, the next step in the process is to go ahead and map out its significant support zones as well. Now, in order to do that successfully, we're going to be using two more horizontal lines. The first line for this support zone is going to be placed right below the tip of the lowest low for the spike candlestick where price got rejected by the bears only a month ago. And the second line for this support zone is going to be placed around the bottom of the real body of this prominent spike candlestick right here. And we're done. But I'm pretty sure you've noticed that these two aren't the only support and resistance zones on the daily time frame of the NZD-USD currency pair at the moment, are they? Well, of course not. Therefore, I'm quickly going to draw another pretty significant support zone using the most recent bearish price rejection candlesticks on the daily time frame of the NZD-USD currency pair right here. Now do me a favor, will ya? Just take a quick look at the left side of the screen. Can you see how price kept respecting this second support zone, which we just drew a couple of seconds ago? This support zone served as a pretty strong resistance area whenever price came in contact with it a little while back, until price finally broke above it to the upside about 3 months ago. And right after that, it switched roles and became a pretty strong support level for price, as you can see here and here. What this is simply telling us is that this support zone is a pretty significant support zone. Therefore, I'm going to be eyeballing the area right in front of this support zone as the initial profit target for the short price reversal trading position which I took on this currency pair about a couple of days ago. But before then, let's quickly take a look at how price action is playing out on the 4-hour chart of the NZD-USD, so as to clearly see who's winning the battle between the bulls and the bears at the moment. So I've just cranked down to the 4-hour time frame of the NZD-USD, and as you can see, the short price reversal trading position which I took on this pair got triggered when price broke below the neckline of this double top chart pattern. But if you can remember, it wasn't a double top that I saw on the daily time frame of the NZD-USD when I decided to sell the currency pair short, was it? Well, of course it wasn't. What I saw on the daily chart of the NZD-USD, which prompted me to short it, was a bullish price rejection spike candlestick in and around this prominent resistance zone, isn't it? Well, yes, of course. The reason why I'm bringing this up is to simply point out to you that whenever you find a long or short price reversal trade setup on the higher time frames of a currency pair, ideally, the lower time frames of that same currency pair should also agree with the trade setup you identified on the higher time frames, just like we're seeing on this short price reversal Forex trade setup. Now I've got a question for you. Have you ever heard price action traders talking about support levels turning into resistance levels when they get broken and resistance levels turning into support? Well, just take a look at this. The price level where I got into the market with this short price reversal trade was acting as support just moments ago. And this was part of the reason why I got into the market with this short trade right below it. And now here's the interesting thing. This same price level which acted as support a couple of days ago switched roles and turned into a pretty strong resistance level on this 4-hour chart just moments ago. And right after that happened, price fell down and went on to move in favor of our short price reversal trading position. Now, if you take a close look at the bottom of this chart, you will notice that the significant support zone which we're eyeballing for our initial profit target is sticking out like a sore thumb, isn't it? Well, the only thing that's left for us to do now is to simply sit on our hands and keep a close eye on the market's price action to see whether it will move further south in our direction to give us a chance to lock in some of the accumulated profits from this short price reversal trading position so we could move its stop loss to break even, or reverse against it altogether to trigger its stop loss order, which would take us out of the market with a loss on this trade. We'll just have to wait and see what price decides to do. It's now been a couple of hours since we took a critical look at how this short price reversal trading position which I took on the NZD-USD currency pair is developing as time progresses. If you take a close look at the screen, you'll notice that I'm currently on the 1-hour time frame of the currency pair at the moment. I'm showing you the 1-hour time frame simply because I would like to draw your attention to a pretty significant adjustment which I made to this short trading position a couple of hours ago. But before we get into that, remember when I told you that you could use the raw price action trading strategy to trade whichever time frame and currency pair combination you so desire? Well, the reason why I'm asking you this question is to drive home a pretty important point I'm trying to make. At first, I took this short price reversal trading position because of the bullish price reversal trade setup which I identified on the daily time frame of the NZD-USD, right? Okay. You see this red horizontal line here? Isn't that the lower line of the resistance zone where I identified this short price reversal trade setup about a couple of days ago? Well, of course it is. But if you could remember, I told you that I would be eyeballing some price level a couple of pips away from the upper horizontal line of this resistance zone as the initial stop loss order for this short trade, didn't I? Then why do I now have a stop loss order below the lower line of the prominent resistance zone which I drew on the daily time frame of the NZD-USD currency pair all of a sudden? Okay, please allow me to explain my reasons to you. But before then, let's quickly look in a portion of the profits accumulated from this short trading position, shall we? At the moment, my total risk on this short price reversal trading position is minus 11 pips, which is about $16.50 since I only sold 15 mini lots of the currency pair. And if you take a close look at the screen, you'll notice that I'm comfortably sitting on about 40 pips of unrealized profits from this short price reversal trading position which I took on the NZD-USD at the moment. Well, according to the rules of the raw price action trading strategy, we're supposed to take 1/3 of the profits accumulated from our open trading positions and then move their stop losses to break even whenever price moves away from their trade entry levels with the exact amount of pips we are risking on them, isn't it? Therefore, since price has now moved away from this short price reversal trade's entry level with about 4 times the amount of pips I'm currently risking on the trading position, I'm going to go ahead and take a portion of its accumulated profits off of the table and then move its stop loss to break even. But instead of simply moving its stop loss order to break even, I'm going to drop it down 12 pips below this price reversal trading position's trade entry level since price has moved about 4 times the amount of pips I'm currently risking on the trade at the moment. This is simply because doing anything other than that is just like leaving a ton of money on the table, and we definitely do not want to do that now, do we? Of course not. Alhamdulillah. As you just saw a couple of seconds ago, not only did I take 1/3 of the profits accumulated from this short price reversal trading position off of the table, but I've also locked in a guaranteed profit of about 12.5 pips when I move the trade stop loss order below its entry level. Now with that out of the way, let me quickly explain to you the reason behind the trade management activities which I just did. So, I'm going to be zooming out of this price chart a little bit to give you a clearer view of what price action has been up to on the 1 hour time frame of the NZD-USD for the last couple of days. Professional price action traders know that resistance areas which price breaks above usually switch their roles and turn into support areas when price comes back down to them from above, more often than not. And as you can see on the screen, price started to stall when it bumped into this former resistance area, which is now acting as a support. And we know for a fact that the bulls in the market gather around support areas with a huge amount of long orders, which usually causes price to bounce off of them and reverse to the upside, isn't it? Therefore, in order to protect our unrealized profits from this short price reversal trading position from gradually dwindling away to nothing if price were to suddenly reverse to the upside, I decided to lock in a portion of the unrealized profits from the trading position and also move its stop loss below its entry level as soon as I got a favorable chance to do so. As a result of this, I'm not going to lose a single dime on this short price reversal trading position, even if price decides to go against it and trigger its stop loss order. The second reason why I did this is simply because price is pretty close to this significant support zone, which you can clearly see on the 1-hour chart of the NZD/USD right here. This support zone is a pretty significant barrier which price could bump into and then decide to reverse to the upside to trigger our stop loss order, isn't it? Well, of course it is. But if the bears prove that they are strong enough to keep pushing price lower at the expense of the bulls, price could go on to break below this support level and give us even more profits as time goes by. And this is the reason why I'm only closing a portion of this short trading position with some profits and not all of it. Last but not least, the reason why I decided to use a stop loss order above this prominent resistance area and the spike candlesticks on the 1-hour chart of the NZD/USD instead of placing it above the spike candlestick and resistance zone which I mapped out on the daily time frame of the currency pair earlier on is simply because price fell down pretty hard and very fast. And this led me to believe that the momentum behind this bearish move is pretty strong at the moment. So why should I place the stop loss order for this trade hundreds of pips away from its entry level to see whether or not the trade would work out in our favor, when I could get a more favorable risk to reward ratio for the same trade setup on the currency pair's 1-hour time frame? I mean, it just doesn't make sense to take that sort of excessive risk when I could clearly do something about it now, does it? Well, of course it doesn't. And this is exactly why I decided to manage this trade the way I did about a couple of minutes ago. I hope you get the point I'm trying to make. And just so you know, we've got another pretty significant support zone on the 1-hour chart of the NZD/USD right here. The reason why I'm taking the time to draw it out is to give me another price area to eyeball for profit targets just in case the bears show that they're strong enough to keep pushing prices lower. But we do not know that for sure at the moment. Therefore, we'll just have to wait and see what price decides to do. So a couple of hours have passed since we last managed this short price reversal trading position which I took on the NZD/USD currency pair a couple of days ago. But just in case you've forgotten, let's do a quick recap of the reason why I took this short price reversal trading position on the NZD/USD currency pair and exactly how I managed the trade so far. Initially, I took this short price reversal trade when price got rejected at this prominent resistance zone, which led to the formation of a bullish price rejection candlestick on the daily chart of the NZD/USD. On the 1 and 4-hour timeframes of the NZD/USD currency pair, however, price formed a double top chart pattern when it got rejected right below the lower line of this prominent resistance zone, and I got into the market with a short price reversal trading position when price broke below the neckline of this double top chart pattern. When price moved away from the trade entry level for this short price reversal trading position with a higher number of pips than what I was initially risking on the trade, I scaled out of the trading position with a handful of profits and moved its stop loss order to break even to protect me from losing money on it even if price suddenly reversed against it. Now, after a pretty dramatic display of strength by the bears, when they caused price to fall pretty hard and very fast with their huge short orders, price began to stall when it bumped into this resistance turn support area, and this got me thinking. I thought to myself that Since the bears are currently having a hard time pushing price below this support area, if they were to gather enough strength to continue pushing price down, this would be a great place to go short. And so I placed a sell stop pending order right below this support level, which got triggered moments ago and got me into the market with a short price breakout trading position on the NZD/USD. I've decided to place the stop loss order for this short price breakout trading position right above this prominent support turned resistance price barrier, as well as this cluster of swing highs. Remember when I said that you could use the swing points on the time frames lower than the time frame which you took your trading positions on for trailing stop purposes earlier on? Well, I've now cranked down to the 15 minutes time frame of the NZD/USD with the aim of finding a significant swing high which I could use to place a trailing stop for the profitable short price reversal trading position which I took on this currency pair earlier on. The current risk on the short price breakout trading position which I took on the NZD/USD is only minus 14.8 pips, which is about $22.20 at the moment. Now, I would want to see price move in favor of this trade with a minimum of 15 pips before I can move its stop loss to break even and then take a portion of the profit it accumulates off of the table. But in the meantime, I'm just going to adjust the trailing stop for our short price reversal trading position from its current location to the new price level where it is supposed to be located at, which is right above this prominent swing high on the 15 minutes time frame of the NZD/USD. And as you just saw on the screen, I've just increased the guaranteed profits for this short price reversal trading position from 12.5 pips on the remaining 10 mini lots which I've still got open on this short trading position to 37.2 pips, which is about $37.20 at the moment. Now, having done that, I'm going to switch back up to take a clearer big picture view of the currency pair's price action over the last couple of days. But on a second note, I think I would better merge the stop loss order for this short price reversal trading position with that of our short price breakout trading position, since they're pretty close to each other. At the moment, the stop loss for this short price breakout trading position is located at the 0.68603 price level. Therefore, I'm going to go on ahead and move the trailing stop order for our short price reversal trading position to the 0.68603 price level as well. And that pretty much does it. The only thing that's left for us to do now is to simply wait for price to either move in favor of our short trading positions, which is only going to increase our profits, or move against them and trigger our stop loss orders to take us out of the markets with a profit of about 38 pips on the remaining 10 mini lots which I've still got open from our short price reversal trading position, in addition to the 12.5 pips which we took off of the table at break even, and a loss of 14.8 pips on the short price breakout trading position which I opened only about a couple of hours ago. We'll just have to wait and see what price decides to do as time goes by. About 14 hours have passed since I last managed the short price reversal and breakout trading positions which I took on the NZD/USD currency pair. As you can see on the screen, price fell down pretty hard and very fast to break below this prominent support zone which I had earlier mapped out on the 1 hour time frame of the NZD/USD. At the moment, price seems to be stalling in and around the second prominent support zone, which I drew on the 1-hour chart of the NZD-USD currency pair about a couple of hours ago. And this was the price area which I've been eyeballing as an initial profit target for these short trading positions. But first things first, let's quickly do a little bit of housekeeping, shall we? I didn't get a chance to lock in 1/3 of the profits accumulated from our short price breakout trading position when price moved away from its trade entry level with the same amount of pips I was risking on the trade initially. Simply because I was away from the charts, probably taking a nap, I think. Anyways, that's exactly what I plan on doing right away, since price is about 90-something pips away from the trade's entry level at the moment. Initially, I was risking about 14.8 pips, which was about $22.20 on this short price breakout trading position. And now the market is offering to give me about 91.8 pips of profit on 5 mini lots, which happens to be 1/3 of the position size which I opened this short price breakout trading position with. Therefore, I'm immediately going to swing into action and take this easy money off of the table right away. But before then, I'm going to crank down to the 15 minutes chart of the NZD-USD to look for a significant swing high where I can place the trailing stop order for these profitable short trading positions first. And I think I've found exactly what I'm looking for right here. Now, after adjusting the stop loss for this short price breakout trading position from its previous location to right above this prominent swing high, which is the price level where it is supposed to be on the 15 minutes chart, I've been able to secure a guaranteed profit of about 66.1 pips on the short price breakout trading position, which I took on the NZD-USD currency pair about a couple of hours ago. Now, the next crucial task ahead of us is to go on and take 1/3 of the profits accumulated from this short price breakout trading position off of the table right away. As you can see, the short price breakout trade which I took on the NZD-USD is comfortably sitting on about 92 pips of pure profits at the moment. And since I initially took this trade with a lot size of about 15 mini lots, I'm going to go on ahead and close 5 mini lots with the over 90 pips of pure profits which the market is willingly offering to give me at the moment. Alhamdulillah. Now, having successfully done that, let's go back to the price charts and take a closer look at the market's price action, shall we? So I've just switched back to the daily time frame of the NZD-USD. And as you can see, price is only a couple of pips away from this prominent support zone which I had earlier mapped out on the daily time frame of the NZD-USD currency pair. And according to the rules of the raw price action trading strategy, we always want to place our profit targets right in front of significant price barriers such as this prominent support zone on the daily time frame of the NZD-USD, isn't it? Well, yes, of course. Therefore, we could close our profitable price reversal and price breakout short trading positions now with a handful of profits and a face that's lit with a glowing smile and laugh our way to the banks. But I'd rather put a trailing stop on these trading positions and keep a close eye on the market's price action to see whether or not it's going to break below this prominent support zone to increase our profits, since we've got a win-win situation on our hands, whatever price decides to do. Now, to reiterate, if price decides to break below this support zone, it's only going to increase the guaranteed profits from this short price reversal and breakout trading positions, which we've still got open on the NZD/USD. However, if price decides to move against them and trigger their trailing stop orders, which we placed using the 15 minutes chart of the currency pair, we're going to be taken out of the markets with some serious profits. You see why this is a true win-win situation for us, don't you? Anyways, back to business. I'm now going to move the trailing stop for our short price reversal trading position to the same price level where we placed the trailing stop for our price breakout trading position earlier on. Alhamdulillah. And as you can see on the screen, I've just secured a guaranteed profit of about 118 pips on the remaining 10 mini lots, which I still have open on the short price reversal trading position, which I took on this currency pair a couple of days ago. All that's left for us to do now is to simply wait for price to either break below the support area to give us even more profits, or reverse to the upside to take us out of the markets with a handful of profits. But I've got to say that I don't like the look of this bullish candlestick, which has completely engulfed this tiny bearish candlestick right next to it. Simply because when you take the time to read the story behind the price action for this chart, like I teach in the Price Action Trading Strategy Crash Course, you'll notice that this is a sign of weakness being shown by the bears, and it looks like the bulls are getting ready to take over control of price in the markets, which isn't necessarily a good thing for both our short price reversal and breakout trading positions. Therefore, if price continues to stall around this support zone or break above the significant swing highs on the 15 minutes chart of the NZD/USD, I might decide to close these trades and take my profits. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see what price decides to do next, right? A couple of hours have passed since I last adjusted the trailing stop orders for the short price reversal and breakout trading positions which I took on the NZD/USD. And if you could remember, I used the most recent swing high on the currency pair's 15 minutes time frame to place the trailing stop orders for the two short trading positions which I've got open on it, following the rules of the raw price action trading strategy. And just as I had anticipated a couple of hours ago, after noticing the formation of this bullish engulfing candlestick in and around this major support zone, price has reversed to the upside as a result of the weakness which was displayed by the bears when they failed to push it down to break below this prominent support zone. And as you can see on the screen, the bulls clearly took advantage of this weakness which was shown by the bears and caused price to rise higher up with their huge long orders. Therefore, we are not going to simply sit on our hands and do nothing while we watch the profits from our profitable short trading positions gradually dwindle away, are we? Well, no, of course. Therefore, I'm going to move the trailing stop orders for our short trading positions to go right above the most recent swing high on the NZD/USD currency pair's 15 minutes chart, right here. Well, after adjusting the trailing stop order for the short price breakout trading position, which I took on the NZD/USD, I was able to lock in a guaranteed profit of about 77.9 pips on the remaining 10 mini lots which I've still got open on the currency pair after I took 1/3 of its accumulated profits off of the table and moved its stop loss to break even moments ago. Now, I'm also going to go ahead and move the trailing stop for the short price reversal trading position, which I earlier took on the NZD-USD, to the same price level where the trailing stop which I placed for the short price breakout trade on the same currency pair is currently located at as well. Doing this simple risk management task has helped me to lock in a guaranteed profit of about 130 pips on the short price reversal trading position, which I took on the NZD-USD currency pair about a couple of days ago. Now, the only thing that's left for us to do is to simply keep a close eye on price action to see whether the bears would jump in with a huge amount of short orders to push price below this support zone, or fail to do that and leave the bulls to continue pushing price up to take us out of the market with a handful of profits when they cause prices to rise up with their huge long trading position at this prominent support zone. But just in case you were wondering, I know I'm supposed to close out the two profitable short trading positions which I took on this currency pair since price broke above the highest high of this prominent swing high. But this didn't happen since I didn't move the trailing stop orders for these short trading positions to that price level simply because I was away from my trading terminal at that particular moment in time. And now, price is currently trading above that swing high, which is reason enough for us to close our profitable short trading positions on the NZD-USD and get out of the markets. However, I've decided to move the trailing stop order for these short trading positions to only a couple of pips above this prominent swing high simply because I want to give the bears one last chance to see if they can still win back the control they had on price within the market earlier on, which would cause price to fall much lower and increase the profits for our short trading positions. But if they fail to do that and leave the bulls to push price higher to trigger our trailing stop orders for this short trading position, we'll know for a fact that the bears must have completely lost control of price to the bulls in the market, which should cause us to gladly close our short price reversal and breakout trading positions to get out of the market with a handful of profits. We'll just have to wait and see. At long last, the bulls have been able to push price up to trigger the trailing stop orders for the two profitable short trading positions which I placed on the NZD-USD currency pair to get us out of the markets with a handful of profits. So let's quickly recap exactly what we got out of these trading positions, shall we? I was able to lock in a guaranteed profit of about 145 pips when I closed 5 mini lots of the short price reversal trading position which I took on the NZD-USD currency pair moments ago. And since price action has now stopped out that short trading position with a profit of about 130 pips on the remaining 10 mini lots which I left open on the currency pair, I would say that the profits I earned from it was well worth the effort, alhamdulillah. I was also able to lock in a guaranteed profit of about 92 pips when I closed 5 out of the 15 mini lots which I used to open the short price breakout trading position which I opened on the NZD-USD currency pair when I moved its stop loss to break even moments ago. And now, price action has also stopped out that short trading position with about 77 pips of profit on the remaining 10 mini lots which I left open on the currency pair. So that trade has also been well worth the effort which I took to identify and manage it following the trade setup identification and management rules of the raw price action trading strategy. Alhamdulillah. I really do hope you enjoyed watching this live price action trading tutorial as much as I enjoyed making it for you. Therefore, please feel free to reach out to me with your questions and comments, and I'll try to assist you as best as I can. Inshallah. And that's all for this video, folks. See you in the next one. Cheers.